first down. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, he's one of the top receivers in the game, Charles, so no surprise here on the opening drive. They want to get him involved, and he has catches on back-to-back plays.
And, Brandon, I look at it from the defense's perspective. You know he's one of the top receivers in the game. You've got to find ways to slow him down because if he gets into high gear, he's going to shred you all game long.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, that's where the tight end Moreau is. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw, Rich, and he's got his man on the out route. And the Commanders are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Brown trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Rich. Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Azeez Ojulari coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Seventh play coming now on this opening drive. This is third and goal. Looking to throw. Rich escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, Berger. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Berger. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Here's a give to Brown. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll give it here to Brown. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Back to throw. Rich. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Berger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Rich. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out into open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Berger. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw on third down, Berger. Open man right side is Tony. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Back to throw. Berger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. An inside give, Brown. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The numbers for Brown from a week ago: 25 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. And they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich. This is caught. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Eluding the pressure right. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Allen Robinson from 4 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. New York's offense back out there and set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Berger. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Berger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Berger. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Berger. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Berger. Touchdown, Giants! Trey McBride from 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here's 2nd and 8. Catch made. It's Moreau. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich buying time to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Brown once more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Berger, pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Under 10, under 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Throwing on first down. Berger. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Berger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wolf. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Working with a 2nd and 3. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Berger. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. On 3rd and 2, Berger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Barkley, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
57 for Mike. 57 for Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
57 for Mike.
Operating from the gun. Rich, throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On first down, Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. You ain't going nowhere.
On 1st and 10, Rich. He finds Robinson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
57 for Mike. Mike 57.
To throw on 2nd down, Rich. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Rich. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Berger. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball, You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Commanders back out late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. Following the fumble recovery, Rich under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Berger. Airing it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, and it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Ezekiel Elliott, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godfrey and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Berger. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Berger. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series in the second half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when they're going.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Berger. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
This is Brown going up the middle, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Rich. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. On the move past the 40. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Berger gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Berger. That's complete to McBride. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Berger to Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Off the play fake. Berger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. And he's got room. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets it to the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
Brown will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of this season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
Yeah, he certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now out come the Giants. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Berger. This is caught. It's Hardy. Touchdown, Giants. Deontay Hardy, 72 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Rich, pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Rich. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Brown taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play